crime on the glitter strip. Gold Coast cops. Tonight,
I think you guys are going to come sooner or later, eh?
the rap break up an Australia Day party for one.
I have been sober. There's no reason for you to do that.
A Harley rider loses his cool.
Why were they going to pull me out prior to that? Because I look like a bikie, that's it. Mate, you're the only person who's mentioned bikies.
A bikie's fantasy trip
You're under arrest, mate.
ends in a reality check.
He is pinging off his chops.
And the superintendent gets his kid off for cancer. It's Australia Day morning, and Senior Constables Katie Hardy, Nick Payne and Constable Sean Swain are patrolling Surfers Paradise. Most of the people out celebrating today just want to have fun.
Mainly around here, it's been families, so it's really nice to see families out enjoying the day.
But Katie's keeping her eyes peeled for potential trouble.
When we're having a quiet day, it seems like it's too good to be true, so just waiting for it to all go bad.
She's got good reason to be on guard. In 2009, more than 1,000 youths were involved in a drunken brawl at Burleigh Heads. The trouble started after people spent the day drinking at home before descending on the beach with violent consequences.
Every year since that has been fairly well policed.
And with an increased police presence, today is about keeping the peace through early intervention.
Basically, we're just walking the beat, making sure that people aren't overly intoxicated. It's good to have that presence there, and if that stops the troublemakers, then that's our job done for the day. Nice to meet you, Crystal. Happy Australia Day.
But the quiet doesn't last long. It's an Australia Day party for one, disturbing the peace.
Totally agree.
We've just located a female who's causing a bit of a disturbance down here on the beach.
I think you guys are going to come sooner or later, eh?
She's had the music cranked up loud.
Here we go, top 100. That's all I'm playing here.
It's fairly quiet here today, and she's the only one swearing and carrying on.
And despite denials to the contrary,
I've been sober since the start of the month. I have been sober.
Katie suspects she's been drinking.
It's fairly obvious after a few years who's drunk and who's not.
Polite requests from Katie's team to move on are ignored.
Good, you've enjoyed yourself.
Enjoyed myself.
But now it's time to go home.
So, like, people, and here I am on my own. They're all going to the pub. I'm trying to be my sober self.
We're giving you the
trying to be my
opportunity
good person. You know, like, yeah.
And if disturbing the peace and drinking in a public place weren't enough,
I'm just standing here, you don't have to yell. You don't have to yell.
this woman even goes as far as challenging the police to arrest her.
Arrest me.
Radio.
No. Yeah. Oh, I knew that was coming in.
Wow. You didn't help yourself, that's for sure.
Coming big time.
Well, you know, now you're swearing at all these women and children around here.
There's children and families around, and she's swearing, so she's been arrested for public nuisance.
Yeah, public nuisance. Being public nuisance, I am. Oh, yeah. I knew you got arrested.
Yeah, we're just wondering if we could get a van down the beachside.
Calm down.
She might be having second thoughts. Now she's in cuffs.
Calm down.
But she's not leaving without a fight.
Righto. Just,
This is not the kind of Australia Day barbecue she had in mind.
that's now assault police.
Oh, whatever.
You can't kick a police officer, unfortunately. We don't allow people to kick us.
Break me on, you kid. Yeah, you take it up, you idiot.
You're not doing anything to help yourself at the moment, that's for sure.
Obviously, we don't want to take the fun out of Australia Day for everybody, but certainly if there's people disturbing families, then we'd like to get rid of those people and so everyone can have a safe day. She'll be taken to the watch house and processed through the watch house.
And with the party maker safely on her way, Katie checks out what she's been drinking.
Looks like she's given the Bold Passion Pop and vodka a bit of a nudge. She was only going to get more intoxicated.
And in cleaning up the mess left behind,
We're going to need a bin for these.
she finds a special Australia Day surprise.
I thought she just had barbecue stuff. She's got live crabs here. Hey, Swaney.
Yeah. Oh, the muddy.
She's got bloody live crabs.
That's a live one in there.
Yeah, 2 live ones.
Well, that one, the orange one's not live.
Yeah, he is. He's moving.
When they go orange, it normally means they're cooked. He's having a tough day, that crab. Okay, just like the person's been arrested, it's half cooked. This one's sort of in jar.
I say save the crabs. Were they really dead, Sweeney?
Yeah, they're dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, a routine traffic stop
Sick of this like, every single time.
that is a huge inconvenience.
I'm not sitting there. Put in your ass. Just calm down, okay?
The Gold Coast is a magnet for people from all walks of life. And an encounter with the rap police can bring out the best and worst in everyone.
Love you.
I've lived on the Gold Coast all my life. I refer to it as the last of a dying breed, really. Born and bred on the Gold Coast. So I've seen a lot of changes. We're always very busy on the Gold Coast. You get to see it all.
And today is going to be one of those days as Constable Trev Beeman spots a Harley.
I wonder if he has a unrestricted motorcycle licence.
There's only one way to find out.
Certainly is.
But as they wait for him to drive by,
Oh, that cheeky little...
Did you turn off, did you?
he appears to pull a sudden U-turn, which naturally rings alarm bells for the rap.
Can they grab the rego?
But we just had a black Harley Davidson take off from us. We weren't able to get any rego, no lights activated. Yeah, cheers. He did take off at a bit of speed, but we didn't get any reading. High handlebars, matte black finish. We're just behind you now. They're about to take up with you.
Yeah, he's up ahead there.
Is he speeding or is he...
He's motoring.
We're about to pull up in 1 minute. Yeah, looks like him.
One of the other teams have intercepted the matte black Harley, and while he did pull over, it appears the number plate has been tampered with.
The number plate's dodgy.
It's also unregistered, but the bloke's arguing it's the RTA the cops should be booking.
And I don't understand why the Transport Fund hasn't forwarded the rego renewal. I've also inquired about getting another plate. They've got no proper reflectors, they haven't got a number plate light. Is that an actual number plate that you've just painted over the top of, is it? If you check one of my 500 fines that I've had in the last 3 weeks or so, one of them, the number plate actually came up when I was riding along. It's been angled. As you can see, like you can see smashed up. Yep. So I don't put some colour on it so you can actually see it. But... Okay.
While Trev's ready to move on, this bloke's decided the bikies are also to blame for his unregistered Harley and this huge inconvenience.
I'm sick of this shit, mate. Every single time. Like, every single time. Yeah? Why were they going to pull me over prior to that? Because I look like a bikie, that's it. Oh, mate, you're the only person who's mentioned bikie, or... Just be on my side of it, mate. Every time you went out to get a loaf of bread or a dark bill, you'll get pulled over. You'd be going, well... Mate, if I had nothing to hide, I'd have no problem stopping and chatting to the police officers. Which is so interesting.
There's some people that, as soon as you pull them over just to have a chat, they're just straight out. Why are you picking on me? You have no authority to do this. I know this person, I know that. And you just go, that's fine, you can know who you want. We're doing our job regardless of who you are, how much money you earn or you don't earn. We have a job to do, so we treat you all the same.
And this guy is a great example.
Some of us have better things to do, mate, to be honest with you. I understand. And, you know, if I'm on my way to work or I'm, you know, got an appointment... Are you on your way to work at the moment? No, I'm on the way to massage. But... Okay. All right, well, we'll try and be as quick as possible for you, so that way, if you're able to take off, you'll be able to get to your massage on time, okay? Apologies for any inconvenience. We'll be with you as soon as we can.
And true to their word, the rap write up the tickets quick smart. Unregistered vehicle and non-complying vehicle standards. One of which is the handlebars being too high. And as expected, this all goes down an absolute treat.
If it's up that height, there is a safety risk to it, otherwise the law wouldn't be there. Based on what? So, well, you'll have to ask the person who made the law, wouldn't you? My manoeuvrability is perfect. Matey. It's, it takes the pedal up with a seat back. Average pedal or too close to the steering wheel. Same principle. I'm not the one that makes the law, matey. I'm not accepting that. Put it in your ass for like, yeah. Hey, just calm down, okay?
We'll try to deal with the situation through your verbal communication and through having a large number of police officers there. That tends to give them a bit of an attitude adjustment straight up. But those that don't find that attitude adjustment, we deal with them.
I'm just going to give you a ticket in relation to your unregistered motor vehicle. I think that's late. Right at one point, that's anything you're unclear about? I'm unclear about why it needs 27 police officers to have a conversation. I'm also unclear about... Are you unclear about this? Yeah. Other stuff you're unclear about, you can contact your local... No, I'm clear. MP, you guys aren't clear. We don't have a law about that. I don't? Well, sorry, not you. If you were thinking, but... Okay, so here's your ticket.
And just when he thinks he'll make that massage appointment,
You can't ride it from here, buddy. The car's unregistered, you need to sort it out. I'll just wait until I've got transfer plate, you guys will stop me like that. No, we're not, what do you call it, chokers? Chokers.
This is the sort of job that if you don't look at things in a fun sort of a way and have I guess, a sixth sense of humour, then the job's just going to eat away at you, and you'll eventually get burnt out very quickly.
but this could be the day it just eats Constable Trev right up.
You even admit that the belt does need to be covered. Every other time, let's put him over and then we'll see what we can find. It's just ridiculous. I explained to you why we turned around to speak to you. Yeah. Because you're acting suspicious when you did a U-bolt and drove off again. Yeah. Oh, shit. Do a licence check on you. All right, have a good day, mate. All the best. Now, the driver was a little bit upset with us because his feel he's being picked on for us enforcing the laws of Queensland. So you can't please everybody all the time. You please who you can when you can.
Next, a bikie enjoying his fantasy trip
Hey, Shane, don't play up. You all right?
gets a wakey-wakey from the cops. It's Saturday night in Surfers Paradise, and Senior Constable Matt Bloomfield has been urgently called to assist down on Cavill Ave, one of the busiest streets on the coast.
Shane Trelaw is passed out on a bench. He's a massive bikie, and they're going to wake him up. He's a big bloke, and he can be very aggressive and can be very strong, so to have him on drugs as well just adds to all that. I have a much older brother who was a police officer down in Victoria. He's not anymore, but he was, and I used to listen to him come home and tell me stories of what he'd done at work that day, and I thought, you know what, that's what I want to do. I want some of that excitement, so I've never looked back.
And tonight, that excitement is this lone wolf bikie and his girlfriend, who have taken the drug fantasy. And he's now taking a nap.
It's 8 o'clock at night. It's family time in Surfers Paradise. We don't want some drunk guy asleep on a park bench. It's not a real good look.
She's going first?
She's going.
Yep, she's going and he's going and she's going first. 70 yards up, she's not right.
It's a tourist attraction the Gold Coast can do without. But with the guy asleep, they seize the opportunity to take his girlfriend into custody.
She's not real happy about going in the back of the van. He hasn't woken up through the whole thing. He's still sitting in the chair, not moving. He's obviously heavily affected by drugs at this stage. We do know he can be a violent man. We need to make sure we're as safe as can be so we don't get hurt and no members of the public get hurt as well.
But the sleeping giant is about to get one hell of a wake-up call.
Hey, Shane, you're under arrest, mate, for public nuisance. Don't play up. You all right?
Take it easy, buddy. Nice and easy. Just relax, mate. Just relax your arms for us. I've seen him many times over the years, and yeah, he's known to us all. Can you double cuff, George? Double cuff? Under drugs, like he was on, they get a lot of strength, so it was quite hard to get his arms back, even with a few of us. So we decided to use 2 sets of handcuffs to secure his arms. He's going to the watch house now. He's been committing what we call public nuisance offences. I just want to get him out of here. There's a lot of families around. It's really not a good environment.
While getting him in the van was smooth, it's becoming evident getting him out will be Senior Constable Matt's next headache.
What's he doing in the back? He's banging his head.
Banging his head against the back of the van.
It's not a scream, isn't it? He is pinging off his chops. We're going to have to watch him at the watch house.
Seems his fantasy trip has really kicked in. The bulging eyes and the contorting face are all side effects of the drug. And when they get to the watch house, they're not taking any chances. There is now a fear he may go into a violent seizure and harm himself.
Good man? He's admitted to us that he's taken fantasy. He's admitted that he loves taking the drug fantasy. He doesn't drink. He'd rather take fantasy. It's having a big effect on him at the moment. You can really see him, his movements and that. He's got no real control over himself. So they've made the decision to transport him up to the hospital. He's very erratic and can be very violent. I'm just going to follow up behind, make sure he's all good and doesn't play up and try and hurt the ambulance officers. He's going to get charged for what he's done tonight in Surfers Paradise as well. he's extremely dehydrated and all he wants at the moment is a purple Powerade. So I'm sure they'll get him rehydrated in here and take good care of him.
And his next reality check will be in court. Next, the Rap lose their shirts. Let someone else do the saving and go barking mad, all in the name of community spirit. The Rap deal with some of the most scary characters on the Gold Coast.
Of course, our job is dangerous. There are times where we've been kicked, spat on, punched. I got injured last year in Surfers Paradise at a wrestle with a male offender. It was a matter of grabbing his arms and bear hugging this fella and ended up everyone falling over and I happened to be on the bottom of it. I had to have surgery on my shoulder and that took me out of work for a good 8 weeks. That's one aspect of the policing.
But not everyone they deal with is a bad guy. And today, Sergeant Carla Sara is a visitor instead of a patient. And Constable Sean Swain volunteers to be saved instead of policing the beach.
Yeah, it builds up a little bit of understanding between us and them. Let the younger people know that police aren't always against them, that, you know, we're normal, we come from normal backgrounds just like they are.
It's all part of a community outreach program that goes all the way to the top. And for the Rap boss, if that means getting your top off for cancer research, then so be it.
Yeah, it did get a bit embarrassing, but these things do go that way. Remember, Rap is part of the community. It's as simple as that. We're there to serve the community, bond with the community, and here's a case where we're blending with the community.
The Australia Day party for one was charged with drinking in a public space and assaulting a police officer. She was later released on bail. The hot-headed Harley rider, who is not a bikie, got a $295 fine and rescheduled his massage appointment. And after rehydrating with his purple Powerade, the lone wolf bikie was charged with possession of a dangerous drug and being a public nuisance. Next time on Gold Coast.